Hi guys, welcome back. I got a lot of requests to do this look from the last video that I posted, so I tried to recreate it down to the outfit and the earrings and the hair and everything. This is going to be the makeup and the hair tutorial all in one video. I hope you guys enjoy. I know a lot of you were excited to see how to recreate it. This eye look is based around having a black base down first, so it's kind of up to you what you choose to do. If you have really oily lids, I would suggest using a regular eyeshadow primer underneath everything, like Urban Decay, a MAC paint pot, etc, etc. That's if you have like really extreme problems with creasing. If you just have, you know, a little bit of problem with creasing, the black base that you put down is probably going to be enough. It just depends on like your specific needs. You can use like a black creamy base. This is a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil that I've melted into this pot. You can use like MAC's Black Ground paint pot. You can use an eyeliner, anything that's black. If you are wearing this out where you're going to be like hot and sweaty, if you're going to a concert, or if you are like wearing it clubbing or something, I would definitely suggest using the eyeliner instead of like more of a creamy base, because this is going to stay on better. But this is easier to blend, so this is what I'm going to use today. I did actually use the eyeliner for the original look. I like to put my hair up in this exaggerated poof when I'm putting my makeup on because it gives me volume when I take it down, because my hair tends to be flat right there, so that kind of helps me out a little bit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this black base on a flat shader brush. Extra points if your brush is synthetic. Mine is not. I don't happen to own a flat brush that's synthetic for some reason. So this is just going to be really messy. It doesn't matter. It's just going to make the color that we put over it more intense and kind of like pop and make the duochrome of it come out. So I'm just going to kind of smudge that around, and then it needs to go along the bottom lashes as well, because I'm going to be putting the shadow under there as well. So you just kind of put it on pretty sloppy. Then once I have the majority of the product that I want on there, I'm just going to wipe my brush off so I'm not applying any more. And I'm going to use the same brush just to kind of blend it out so it's not harsh. We want the shadow to blend out into a smoky type effect, so that's what I'm doing with the black as well. You're also kind of creating the shape that you want when you get done. So just kind of create like an exaggerated half circle around your eye. Now that I look like I've been punched in the eyes, that's the look we're going for. If you're using the eyeliner, you're just going to scribble it on kind of messy and then use the brush to blend it out in the same way that I did with the creamier product. These are the colors, the eyeshadows that I'm going to be using. I will put dupes of these below. This is Club by MAC, Saddle by MAC, Vanilla, and Crystal Avalanche, but you can use any colors that are similar that you may already own. So I'm just going to pick up some of that duochrome color, the Club. This isn't the same brush that I used for the black. You do want to use a different brush. And then I'm just going to pack that on over the black. You'll see the duochromeness of it really stands out. It's like, it looks kind of green like a bug. I'm just going to blend that up where I have the rest of the base on, and then I'm going to stop. I'm not going to take it any farther with this brush. I'm going to use a blending brush. While I'm at it, I'm going to go ahead and take that same color on a pencil brush, and I'm going to go ahead and go along the lower lash line. And you want this kind of smoky, but you don't want too much right in here because we are going to highlight on the inner corner of the eye. You want that to be bright. So I'm not bringing it really heavy into the corner. I'm trying to keep most of it here on the outer. The duochrome really does most of the work for you. It makes it look a lot more complicated than it is. I'm just going to take that same shadow now on a fluffy brush, and I'm just going to blend the edges and soften that out a little bit. And then I'll take my highlight shadow, this Vanilla, for the brow, and I'm going to go ahead and push that underneath the eyebrow, right on the brow bone, and mix that in a little bit with the Club too, just to blend it out a bit. And then to warm the look up a tad and make it not so harsh on my pale skin especially, that's where this matte brown comes in, and you want to use this anytime you do any kind of smoky eye up in the crease. It doesn't matter what colors you're using. It could even be like a colorful look. A matte brown right in here is really going to make it look a lot more wearable and not so harsh. The point isn't necessarily to see the brown, it just makes it look a little bit softer. Now with a fluffy brush, I'm going to take some of that really frosty white, and you don't want a whole lot of this, just a little bit, and I'm going to pop that right in the tear duct, the majority of it, and then I'm also going to bring it over onto the lid, just whatever is left, and up here. This tends to get dark, especially when you're putting a lot of dark colors on right here. It tends to get shadowed, and you want this to be nice and bright Now I'm going to apply eyeliner on my waterline. This is MAC's Technical Pencil in Graph Black. This doesn't stay on the best out of anything I've ever used, but I have a problem with my sensitive eyes and it doesn't irritate my eyes, so that's why I use it. I've used other stuff that stays on longer, but it hurt my eyes, so it didn't really do me any good. So if you have sensitive eyes, I recommend this pencil. And I'm gonna also put some up on the top a little bit. And then just so my lashes look more full when I do go to put on my mascara, I'm using Chanel Liner Duo. It's just equivalent, it's a cake liner, but it's equivalent of using like a liquid liner. I just use that because I like it better and it goes on easier. You can totally use the same black pencil that you used on your waterline if you want. This can be, or if you use a black pencil base, you can use that. I just prefer liquid because it's just easier for me, and I'm just gonna run a little line along the edge, no flick at the end or anything. If you want, you can apply false lashes. That would look really great and make it look more finished and a little bit more dramatic, but I'm just gonna use mascara, and I'm using the Rimmel Sexy Curves because it's very buildable, so I'm gonna put tons of it on. For blush, I'm using a pinky, peachy type of a color. This is Heartbreaker by Ulta, pretty much my favorite blush. I talk about it all the time. And I'm just using that on an angle brush. I don't want too much blush because I don't want to look overdone with the heavy eyes, but I also don't want my face to look really dull compared to the eyes. I want some kind of color and dimension to the face without overdoing it and making it look like I'm wearing a lot of makeup. So I'm just lightly applying that along the cheeks. I'm going to skip bronzer for the same reason, because I don't want to look too heavily made up. I am going to use a highlighter. This is the Revlon Color Stay Mineral Highlighting Powder, and I'm just going to use a dense brush with that and put it along the tops of the cheekbones. You're also going to want to play down the lips a little bit. What I recommend is a pink and a brown mixed together, so a nude lipstick with a pink gloss on top, or a pink lipstick with a nude gloss on top, or a nude, or do that, the same thing, the same combination with lipsticks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a pink lipstick. So that was MAC's Creme Cup is the pink, and then I'm going to apply NYX Circe, which is like concealer color, pretty much, over the pink, just a little bit, to make it more nude. And that's pretty much all there is to the makeup. I will show how I did my hair for that previous video. And for my shirt, a lot of people asked about that. It is a lace tank top. The tank top only has lace that comes down to here. But it's got a really nice thick piece of lace there. And then I'm just wearing the shirt, the tank top was thrifted. And then I'm wearing a lace like cardigan over the top, and the lace pattern is really similar. And this cardigan is from Target. I have to put my glasses on for this part or I won't be able to tell what I'm doing, so please excuse that. When I watch it at night and I sleep on it and I wake up, this is what it looks like. Well, kind of. It looks different every time, but I have naturally wavy hair. So if you don't, you might want to add a little bit of curls in it just for texture. And then all I'm going to do is part it towards the side. And I don't want like a perfect part, so if you like ran your finger, it would like be sharp and harsh. I'm just gonna kind of tease one out of here. So it's not perfect, it's kind of jagged, and I'm gonna leave the rest of my part for the rest of my hair, just how it is, just the naturally how it falls. And then I'm gonna pull this hair on the side down, kind of lay it nice, but I don't want it too tight. And I'm gonna pull it over my ear a little bit. And I'm gonna pull that around to the other side of my head and just put a couple of bobby pins in the back to hold it. If you don't have layers, you might not have to. You might just be able to pin it on the very side over here where you want it to stay, but I have layers, so I have to put in a few bobby pins. But you want to do them kind of loose so that when someone sees you from the back, they don't just see the bobby pins, and you can even just thread it onto the very first part of the hair and then tuck it under the rest so you don't even really see it at all. For the side then, I just kind of messed around with it. It's just going to depend on what your hair feels like doing that day. But I just kind of grabbed a little bit of it, kind of like from underneath a little bit, kind of like that. But I didn't want it too poofy, and I just kind of pulled it back by my ear. And this definitely is going to look different every time. And I just pinned it with bobby pins, and I just put an X in. I don't know if I like that, but You'll just have to play around with it until you get it how you want it. And it's definitely never gonna look the same. You can just pull on it and fluff it a little bit. I guess that looks okay. And then I wore these earrings. You can wear any dangly earrings. I actually thrifted these a while ago. They're little angel wings, kind of, with little chains hanging on them. I thought they were super cute. But any dangly earrings I think would look really great. And you can see one more than you can the other because of the hair, but I kind of like that look. I hope you try this look out. It's a lot of fun, and you can change it up. Use the same 3 colors, a flesh tone, a really frosty white, that's important, and the matte brown, that's important. It don't have to be the same one. Change out this duochrome color for any duochrome that you have. It could reflect pink or blue or any other color. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be this one, and it's going to totally change it, and it's going to be just as easy. And it's kind of like this really frosty white and the duochrome color together makes it look a lot more complicated than it is, because really it's just kind of smudgy, as you saw. I know it would look really pretty with a lot of other of the duochrome colors. It kind of makes me want to go out and buy more so I can try it out myself. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you again next time.